Good afternoon. I'm Lawanna Spencer with Earthborn Essentials, and I thought I would pop on and tell you about an experience that I shared with Taylor Proctor, working with her on my intuitive strengths business blueprint. Yay. So I'm just gonna try to make this 5 minutes or less, I hope. So I wanna share with you what this is. Taylor intuitively designed 5 intuitive strengths that I have. We often call them intuitive gifts that I have in my business that I can use for my highest good of my business and myself. So I'm going to start with telling you why I chose in on this, why I needed it. Number one, I'm very open to being more connected with and creative with my business. And so I'm not sure how to develop that at this point. I've been pretty successful for the last year and a half, going on 2 years. I'm looking to scale my business, figure out what is best for me and for the people that I want to serve. So those 2 things, and I have some decisions to make around whether or not I want to do coaching and what type of coaching. So then I also decided that an objective but personal assessment would really help me. It would help me to just kind of get things out there, be a mirror for me, and so on. So in choosing in, I have known about the business blueprint for a while. I don't think I knew just how much it could help me. But as I was brainstorming what I needed and which direction to go, I got an answer that said Taylor's business blueprint. Well, then suddenly an event that I had scheduled was canceled, and so the money was refunded to me, and voila, I had the money. So that was divine intuition with divine timing. And so I was like, Taylor, I want this. So we did it, and I love working with Taylor. Another reason I chose in is because I do love intuition. I love it in myself, and I love it in other people. We all have it. It is just connecting with our most authentic divine selves in all the ways. So I'm not going to go into telling you all about that. But it is very important to me and was the reason that I chose into this type of an assessment. Also, I trust working with Taylor. I trust working with professionals and mentors. I think that we are all so good for each other. We help bring up weaknesses, strengths, all the things to sort it all out and filter together. And so that was another reason that I chose this for essential growth and confidence. And then, of course, because Taylor is a spectacular business genius And I know that, and I love that. And so I am so grateful that I get to receive that and have that as part of my life. So thank you, Taylor. So what did I think? So it took a few days after I requested to have this blueprint done, and I waited anxiously, and it was worth the wait and so amazing. So I was pleasantly surprised at the content and the depth of this reading, of this channeling that Taylor did for me. I felt the intuition was spot on in full Taylor fashion and flair. It was a positive reminder of how capable I am. And it also reminded me very, very specifically what my desires are, because it resonated deep. It was really deep. Each strength, and again, there were 5, and they related to different areas of the business. And she talked about what the strength is. She talked about diving into that strength, what it is, how I use it, the intensity of it right now for me, and that means how much have I developed it in my life now, and the frequency that I use it, so how often. And she went into extreme depth about that. How to use the strength, in detail, full detail, and when to use this in my business, when I could use it there, where, how it would be helpful, expanding this strength. So just so personal, you guys, so personal, so detailed for me. I did not feel like this was scripted in any way. Let's see. I took a couple of notes here, so I'm just going over it. The intensity was really special to me because Taylor was very intuitive and very spot on. Like, I wasn't even sure until I read this, and it was just so natural. It wasn't forced, it was natural, it was refined in a way that is not negative at all. It's totally just pure energy, big, good energy, and absolutely for my highest good. And so one of the biggest ways that it helped me was, and I'll go into first what I'm going to share with you what my favorite one was. It was Healing Holy. Surprise! So I've been scared to death to go outside myself to help others heal. I mean, I've done it, but I haven't allowed myself to really enjoy and just get into the meat of it and just own it. And when this gift came up, as it did, and in the capacity of financially supporting me, wealth, abundance, I just knew. I knew that it is time for me to put the fears aside, to know and to separate what I know inside me and what I'm capable of, and separate that from what I'm afraid of, from what people might say, from what people have said, from what little voices are in my own head, okay? We get what we focus on. And Taylor brought this front and center to me to say, Lawanna, you've been sitting on this. This is so precious to you. And she helped me work through it. I'm not going to share all the information, but I can share with you the excitement, the sincerity, the authenticity, and just how much this meant to me. So the Intuitive Strengths Blueprint, Business Blueprint, reiterated everything that will assist me in the future. It's going to help me scale my business. It's going to help me to tap into the strengths that Taylor has mentioned here. It's going to help me to journal on these things, to reach in with my guides, but mostly my highest self. It's going to bring me, it already has brought me closer to my highest self and to where I want to be, and working with beautiful people for the best reasons. And I want to share it with you. I think you should consider it. I totally back it. I will do it again in 6 months to a year. When my guides tell me again that it's time, I will do it, because Taylor, this is such a divine gift from her, and it's a business transaction, and it's for your highest good, and it comes from her heart and her strengths. So I love you all so much. Enjoy this day and every day forward. See you soon.